Hello and welcome back to Factory Town. In our last episode, we started Campaign 7 and started to take a look at what these towns, yes, there are multiple towns on this map, what these towns look like, what they're making, and what we need to make. So, after doing the requisite probably 15 or 20 minutes of kind of analysis and looking and reviewing and whatnot, oh, I forgot to do that. That would be good. I forgot to tell the kitchen to output its bread to the food market. Let's fix that. We're going to eventually... Oh, wait, we do have enough wheels for wagons. But on the other hand, maybe I want to set these things up in an assembly line anyway, because we also made not only wheels, but belts. Cloth belts, to be specific. So we made those cloth belts, I believe, here in this town. I've already forgotten. It's insane of me. Ah, yes, right here. And so the first thing we need to do here is remove all of these workers from the process. And replace them all with belts. So let's see, we want to have, and I'm going to pause just in case, but the game should auto filter these for me. It does, good. So we're going to have 3 belts coming out of the barn. I wish it would auto select the items I have in the barn though. So for cloth conveyor belts, we need cloth. We need stone bricks. And we need to have wooden wheels, right, of course. Wooden wheels. And then what I want to do is, like we've done before, build up a bit of a structure here. Actually, hold on, I need to rotate that. The reason I need to rotate that is because by default, I'm going to unpause too, by the way. By default, a building will output at its bottommost level on its front side in the center, and an input belt there just doesn't work. So you have to be careful of that at all times. And that should be fine because it's only going to be the output item, but we could select it anyway just to be safe. And now we have belts getting made, which is great because we just spent 4 of the belts we had made. Although the wooden wheels are the slowest item right now because they're also pretty far away. They are being made way over here in the town of Timberglade, and specifically way back here. So I want to do the same kind of things here. I want to take this person out of the commission, take this one out of commission, and I want to put in some belts here as well, but I'm going to do an elevated belt for these, like this. And the reason I'm taking the people out is because they are, they cost 1 population, and we're limited on population. We're only limited on the belts by how many we can possibly make. And speaking of being limited on population, you, my friend, do not need to have a job anymore. As it's been joked about many times, we call that retirement. And I'm going to do a elevated belt for this into that building. So that the logs can be... Actually, you know what? That's dumb. That's dumb, Wally. Don't do a belt. Logs and other raw materials, most raw materials specifically, and a couple of non-raw materials can be chuted. And chutes are much faster, so if at all possible, use a chute. And of course, I could do the more logical by putting supports under here. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I can't be bothered. So, let me see here. You are foresting at a rate of 1.1 work units per second, and it takes 3 work units to get 2 wood. So we could boost the happiness in this town. That would increase our work, but right now it's taking us just under 3 seconds to produce 2 wood, which is why you can see 2 come out at the same time. And how are you doing as far as that? It looks as if we're not processing the planks fast enough. Which is interesting because this is 1.1 work units per second and 3 work units per 2 wood. This is 1.1 work units per second and 3 work units to consume 2 wood to make 2 planks. So why Actually, I guess it's not. It was supposed to have been there already. Oh, it's probably when it bursted out. Okay, so that's an okay ratio. We had basically 10 in there, so it took it all out at the same time. We could do this town center upgrade, although I don't necessarily see the point. I guess the local storage capacity thing is a reason, but also kind of a who cares situation, because I don't really like using the town centers as storage anyway. And then the maximum number of houses should, I guess we can test this, should only be affected based on what I read here, the highest town center level. So if I upgrade this, it also embiggened the town. Did I just see it do that? Let's go take a look at the other small town here. Where is it? Over here. And this town is called Stonegate. I'm going to look at that circle again. It did. Okay, so also, in addition to upgrading the town, it should also say in that tooltip that it widens the range of the town. Makes the town bigger. So I'd like to see that upgrade or that change made, but it's minor for sure. I think we can also decommission this worker. We can do a belt like this. Actually, we can do a chute like this. Actually, I don't even need to do it up there because of we don't need the road coming out that way anyway. So a little L-bend chute here would be enough, and then we can do a belt here in between the two buildings and set the filter optionally because there's only one output product here. And that should get us a few more bricks into that barn a bit faster. This caravan is taking 32 at a time. Oopsie, don't do that. Assuming there's 32 available, and assuming that it can unload 32 at its destination. You need some more stone bricks, which I think we should get now to get this upgrade going. Yeah, it's upgraded this house and this house, but not hit this one yet. It's in process. And that one's upgraded too. So hopefully this brick, it depends if there's any more. There it goes. So now we need to supply nails. We need to start making nails in order to supply nails. And that increases our maximum population. So that's good. Here we are making iron ingots. And that stone caravan, by the way, is bringing the stone here so that we can make... And it's full, yeah. So that we can make these cloth conveyor belts. Interesting that the wooden wheels is still suffering. I think it's just because it's going so far. And it's not on... Yeah, we need to upgrade our paths. I also could potentially stop using this, although, no, I want to keep using this for the planks, because we're going to have to send these planks and those iron bars, iron plates, to a common place anyway to make the reinforced planks, I think. Or do those workshop? Put one down. I want to see where they actually are boosted with. Reinforced planks actually need nails as well, so we should start making nails then. And this is made and boosted by an industry town. And in order to unlock industry in a town, this town's incapable of anything else but forestry. And that's because these things have limits as to... Like this one could be a processing town, because it has the required buildings and the required research. Can I move this? Thank you. And the required research was this intermediate logistics done in order to make those things. So these are the things that this processing town can make. There's that item. Is that nails there? The fourth row, second item? Might be. Or are nails under industry? Oh, interesting. Nails are both industry and processing. So ideally we could set up a processing town. We could even make this a processing town. And instead process those things here. But it's interesting and it's nice to know that you can set these specialties. You can see how to set these specialties. But I think we'll just set the nails up out here for right now at least, next to the iron. And this belt I don't like at all. I'm going to actually take this, whatever this thing was just called that I just removed, the grabber, off of this belt so that when I start doing what I'm going to do here, that it, actually I'm going to move this a little bit. I'm going to take this last bit out here. And then we're going to make a workshop? No, is it a forge? Yeah, nails are made from iron ore. Okay, good. Then we definitely want a forge here. And I'm going to put these together, I guess. And then I want to do a different thing here. Do we have a sorter? No, splitter. Yes, we do. Okay. Actually, I don't even think I need that. Try this again. You need to have a recipe set for nails. So nails aren't boosted here in this town. They need to be in a processing or industry town, as previously stated. Take that out just for a moment. Let's put the splitter back here. I thought so. It can push the items directly in that way too. So that'll work. And we need to have another source of fuel here. Unfortunately, one wagon can't deliver fuel to 2 different places. We'll eventually replace this. There you go. We'll eventually replace this with some sort of conveyor belt or possibly chute system. Speaking of which, it's chute system time. I don't want belts here when we can do chutes instead. It's just not something that I want to do if I can avoid it. Let's do that as well, just so that we can get rid of these belts entirely. And we can do chutes instead just by doing the elevated thing. Like this. And I think I'll go this way. And then I think I'll turn here. Yeah. And then I'm going to turn here. And that one will go straight in, which is fine. And then this will go... You got to do this a little bit trickily. There. And then we need the splitter again. Like that. And now I don't have to worry about the belts because the chutes are much faster and they're also cheaper. A single chute costs 1 plank. And the belts cost 1 belt, obviously, which, as we've just recently learned, the cloth conveyor belts cost wood wheels, which was 2 planks, as well as the stone bricks and the cloth. So whenever you can use a chute, use a chute. And I put it up this high because I wanted to make sure that I cleared over these iron ore nodes here. I think we could do this next town center upgrade. I want to take a look, though, at what this one's going to take. Ah, that's right, the planks and the wheels. We need to research machinery. We also need to get the planks, or the iron plates and the nails out of here and into a barn. And I think I'm just going to do that right here. I'm going to move this house to the corner lot, and then we'll do a barn. This doesn't really matter. Here, I guess. And then we can do some elevated conveyors here to bring the nails and the iron plates into... Why is that going uphill? Oh, because I didn't put top on it. Right, duh. But first, before we do that, I want to actually go in here and set this to iron plates times 2 and nails times 2. That way, only those items can be put into that slot. You go there, and you go there. Before we started filling things up. Alright, and then we have... Where are you going? Oh, never mind. I thought that was one of the coal wagons. Okay, so these are processing now. That wagon that's here, it's taking iron from this, and I don't want it to do that anymore. I want it to take iron from the barn instead. to deliver it to the edge of town there. And then we looked at the reinforced planks, I think, didn't we? And they also took the industry town workshop. Did we look at them? I don't even remember. Yeah, the industry town. So we can make those wherever, and I think I'll make those in the main city, the main town for right now, because we can bring in the iron and bring in the planks from each opposing city into this town. Are we delivering cloth here? We are not delivering cloth here. Wait a minute. Sorry, I have ADD a little bit. Okay, a lot of it. We were taking cotton from here and delivering it to here. Yeah. And then that was going to the medicine hut. Yeah, so you need to move to there now. To make cloth at a tailor. To make shirts at the tailor and sell those at the general store. Because... No, not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Because wool, cloth, and shirts all count in the same category, but the shirts give us 8 red coins each, and the cloth gives us 3. Now, if you look at the recipe for cloth versus shirts, 2 cloth makes 1 shirt, and that's assuming that we don't ever have an artistry town, which we could, if we wanted to build this city big enough, or this map big enough. So what we could do here is, you can say, okay, 2 cloth, that's worth 6 coins. 1 shirt is worth 8 coins. Now, of course, you have the cost of the person, which it only costs is just not having them available for something else, which is basically 0 at this point. So I don't see the problem with having the shirts being made and brought into the general store for sale. Okay, so we have our caravans in use doing other things. I don't remember what one of them is doing. One of them is bringing the wheels in. But I don't remember what I have the other one doing. Where is my other caravan? Did I accidentally delete it? Remember there were 2 on the map. Where is the first caravan now? Oh, they're probably both sitting right here. Yep, they're both sitting right here. Okay, so one caravan is bringing in wheels, and we filled up the buffer on the belts, by the way. And the other one's bringing in stone. I think I'm just going to do this with a cart for now, and we'll bring in the iron, a wagon that is. And we'll bring in this iron plate. Did I set this up? I didn't. Because I got ADD. Right, let's set this up. Reinforced. No. Oh, duh, workshop. I think we could just set them up here. That'll be fine. Maybe even here. And then reinforce iron plate. Right, so I need to take these this way. Put there. I want to put another silo here. And put in another wagon. And you're going to take the nails to here. And then another wagon is going to take the nails once they get here. Okay, you just went out of the way. I should also pave in a little bit more of this, just so we have a little bit more maneuverability here. Okay, and then nails are going to go to that same place. Right there. And I could have an input bar in here again. Maybe I should. I don't know. And then we need to have the planks being delivered from way over here. To there. Yeah, maybe I should have a barn here. And have these delivering to the barn instead. Okay, so nails go to barn. Iron go to barn. Oh, crap. They need to have some way of passing each other on this bridge. How about if we just help you out in the local area? There you go. And then we need to widen this whole bridge. Except that I don't think I want it right here like this. I think I want it out here further. I don't know why you did that, but okay. The reason I want this separated by a lane is because we're going to use some one-way gates. And we've never actually used them before, I don't think. Well, I've never actually built with them before. But I have had them in one of the previous campaign missions. So I think this is what I want to do to make this be a better bridge. Look, they avoided each other. Nice. Make this be a better bridge, and that's to make two one-way bridges. Divided highway kind of thing. No. Okay. And then this can go this way. And for now, I'll just connect them together at each end. Oops. Like this. That's not how it works. There we go. That'll work for now. We can straighten it out a little bit later. And then we need to do the logistic blocks. Not a barrier gate. Let's see. One way. One way. There we are. I was looking right at it and didn't see it. So this will go here and this will go here. And then likewise, it'll go here and it'll go here. And that makes sure that wagons coming this way toward town use this bypass kind of looking bridge here. Okay, so we have everything, almost everything now. We have to fix the planks wagon. Which is... oh, it just got here. Okay. Well, I missed it the first time. It goes here to here instead. So now we do the same thing we did for the belts. Put in 3 belts, auto puts the grabbers. We need planks and iron plates and nails. And I guess I should also set these filters. Oops. Iron plate, nail, plank, and then reinforced plank. And then we can do this. We have the reinforced planks going into the barn. And now we have reinforced planks getting made. So once we get 40 of those made, which is almost a full stack, then we'll be halfway to getting this upgrade going. The other half is iron wheels. And those we need to research because those I think are in machinery. No. Do we already have them? Maybe they are in machinery. I guess we could look at this. Made in a machine shop. So yeah, we need the machine shop from machinery. So let's go ahead and do that. This requires red coins and work and writing supplies. Ah, right. We want to move this school, actually. We're going to put the school over here. I remember thinking about this after the last episode. Oops, sorry. Noise. So we want to put the school over here where we can take logs and turn them into paper. And then supply that paper to the school. Paper needs water. So I would like to build that here down here on the lake. The only thing I'm not sure of, lumber mill. Do I get the bonus unless there's a house nearby. Apparently not. Well, I guess we do what we got then. So if you build, let me pick one of these up again. If you build someplace on the water where the building turns blue, the building will automatically pick up the water that it needs at a rate of 1 per second, not modifiable by the bonuses to happiness. Oh, and this isn't affected by the happiness bonus either because it's not in town. Actually, paper requires a processing town anyway. But the logging itself is, or can be done here with within the town and to get the bonus from the town. So I'm going to put this here. It's going to get, wait, why no bonus? Because it's not in the range of the people. Okay, then we're going to move it over here. We're going to delete it, and we're going to take these out. And we're going to move it over here instead, into the yellow zone. Like that. Well, in that case, maybe I want to move this. Got to delete it because of the... Well, you don't have to delete it, but it's easier to just delete it and rebuild it because of the auto-placing of the foundation pieces. I guess it's there. Go that way. Auto-placing the foundation pieces when you're placing over water or over a hill like this. So it's just easier, in my opinion at least, to just do it that way. So we're going to take the logs from here and roll them down the hill into there, just like the other. And that'll start making paper. And then we just need to have I think I'm going to have a barn to put this in. The reason for the barn is mostly just as a buffer. I think we're going to want... Yeah, we need a support here. And then a belt here. And again, I can optionally set this filter because there's only one output on a paper mill. And then we can put the school back in here. And by the way, when you delete anything in Factory Town, the materials that were used to make it go into a base. It may not be the base you want. It should be into a base somewhat nearby. It doesn't appear to be. Given that this iron that we deleted from way over on the other side of the map came into this base for some inexplicable reason. But when you handcraft things, machinery is what we wanted, or hand place things like we've been placing things, then those items come out of a base, or a town center as they're now called, that has them before they come out of a barn that has them. So if you have items that are usable in the town here someplace, then you can then you'll use those when you're building things. So it's kind of a good enough situation. And by the way, now, as we learned in the previous one, now when you add workers to a building, it does not give you full credit for the workers still. Each worker is worth half a person, or half a work unit after the first worker on second tier and higher buildings. But on a first tier building, a harvesting building, each worker is worth a whole worker, or whole work unit each. So with the happiness bonus here and the number of workers, we get 2 workers plus 0.2, so we get the full happiness bonus on each worker. So that's still kind of similar to the way that it was in the previous versions, but it's a little bit different, so I wanted to point it out. So we are processing this now. It takes 8 writing supplies to do one of these researches. Paper counts as 1 writing supply, books count as 10, and so on, as you can see on this list. So for every research we're doing here at this school, it's taking 8 paper to do. Conveyor belts work at about 1 per second, and this is taking 10 seconds to craft this anyway, so we're getting paper in at plenty fast enough that we're actually building up a little bit here, I think. over time. We should have more than 8 by the time it's done, is what I'm getting at. Actually, no, it's about right, so never mind. Although this could be the limiting factor. It is. So actually the crafting of the paper, because this crafts 2 every 4 work units, so that's 2 every 4 seconds, and this needs 8 every 10 seconds, so actually this isn't fast enough. But it's fine, because we don't need the researches to complete super fast anyway. Did I place this here? I think when we were looking at that recipe, and I don't need it here anymore, but you can see it also leaves behind these things we can delete. So we should have now quite a few, but not quite enough of those. Nails, we're still waiting kind of for those to come in all the way. We have plenty, so it's just a matter of hauling now. But that's fine. I wonder if these two have been fighting over their road as well. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Nope, not at all. So eventually what I want to do is I want to expand these towns a little bit and have 2 or even 3, maybe even 4 lane roads, especially in and out of each town, just so that we can have these wagons going back and forth, and eventually the caravans going back and forth much easier. The caravan, by the way, also is unlocked with machinery, which is great because the caravans carry 32 and the wagons carry 4. So they're better for these inter-town transports. Let's see, what else do we need to do? So we have bandages slowly getting made here. We're just not getting in enough cotton to make enough cloth for this. So we might end up having to... increase... Oh, no, it's not that at all. We're not picking enough cotton. Well, in that case, we need a farm. We need to farm this cotton. Unfortunately, it's going to put us out of the boost range, but that kind of can't be avoided here. So what I want to do, I think, so cotton is shootable. I'm going to take that in there and then also go into there. And then you, my friend, are no longer needed. And we can put in a splitter here to allow some of that cotton to go to this silo so that this wagon can pick it up and take it over there. And we probably aren't... Oh, and you can probably go away also, because we can put a belt in here instead. Can't build an uneven train. That is fixable. Cloth goes into barn. Yes. And then... Right, that's being taken over there when it's needed. Yeah, so this is outside of town. Unfortunately, we would need another house to solve this problem. Okay, so we are nearly there on this next town upgrade, which is going to be the one that matters the most, more than these ones do. Although the increased range of this town is useful, but not that useful. Oh, I know how we can boost this. I just had a duh moment. Well, no, wait, this isn't boostable by a forestry town. Never mind. So, never mind. Never mind. Are these boostable? No. Okay, schools are not boosted by anything. That's fine, because we're not really crafting anything. Oh, town specialty knowledge. Actually, there is a town specialty knowledge. Although I wonder what else is done in a knowledge town. Let's take a look at the town thing. Knowledge. Oh, okay. Medicine huts are knowledge. And enchanters must be knowledge. That might be it. There's those two. For those items. Nowadays. They used to be made in a kitchen or something, but that makes sense. So we could have a knowledge community at some point, and because we can also build these town centers now. Now they cost 40 of these reinforced planks, and so we're not going to be able to build one for a little while yet, but we will soon enough. How close was this done? 29%. I think we're going to end this episode here. And I'm going to let that research finish off camera, and we'll come back in and take a look at that. and set that up so that we can start making these iron wheels, so that we can then start or do this upgrade and move on with the towns. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.